The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Glenn in Massachusetts. Hey, Glenn, what's going on?
You know what is good for us is Tom O'Brien providing an unbiased source of information for us investors. You don't have an agenda. It's just to cut through everything and to give us the facts. I want to thank you.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Wow! Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day out there. Safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Let your life be transformed. When you stop making assumptions, your word becomes impeccable, and your life is completely transformed. Magic just happens in your life. What you need comes out of you easy because the Spirit moves freely through you. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 67, NASDAQ up 14, S&P's up 3.5, gold contract up $11.90, trading at $1,434 an ounce. Silver up $1.10 at highs at $37.37 an ounce. Platinum up $21 at $1,759 an ounce. Copper up 11.5 pennies at $4.42 a pound. Late sweet crude up 40 cents, trading out at 105.37. Bonds flat at 121.15. Dollar index up 41 ticks at 76.09. Euro down 85 ticks, trading out at 141. Yen down 7 ticks at 80.90. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have out here? We get down to a price point of $12.84. You close out at $12.97. The $12.97, we actually hit, folks, 13.51. Now, what that did is this. The 13.51 went into February 23rd. That was the downdraft. That price point there was $12.99.55. That's the first thing we did. What we also did is that we got over the we got into the 13.58, which was the high of Monday. You did 13.51, and both of those, we did $878 million versus the $1 billion on Monday versus, folks, it's going into $1.3 billion. You're $450 million shot. This is a counter-trend bounce. That's on your Dow Industrials. That's on your S&P. We go over to the Dow Industrials. You take a look at the Dow Industrials. What we did with the Dow is this. Dow gets to high of today of 12,116. You close out at 12,086. What did that do? It got over the Monday high, which was 12,078. It's into the 23rd. The bottom of the 23rd is 12,063. We did $878 million versus the billion on Monday versus the $1.3 billion. Still shot in a big way. Got over Monday's highs, closed underneath it. NASDAQ Composite. This is what we did with the Composite. Composite gets to a price point out here today of 27.04. Now, let me just get the volume up here on the other side. 1 second. There she is. Okay, give me this. There she is. NASDAQ, okay, so what we did with the NASDAQ is this. NASDAQ got to a price point of 27.04. Now, the 27.04 got over the 26.99.70, which was Monday. Gets to the bottom of the 23rd. Now, the 23rd, folks, was 27.05.54. So watch what they did. You get over the Monday high. It couldn't hold that high. We did 1.7 billion. 1.707. Monday, we did 1.764. You know what this is going into, folks? This is going into 2.495. And so in this particular case, you're 700 million shares shot. It's going to need a lot more juice to get up into that 23rd bar. The 23rd bar is the problematic child for the S&P, the Dow, and the NASDAQ. If we go over and we take a look at the SPY first, and you want to see the correlation inside the SPY, what you have is that it was trying to get in there with 146 million shares versus 227 million shares. You go take a look at and by the way, folks, the 4 Qs have come back to the 3 Qs. They changed the symbol back to QQQ. What the 4 Qs did, or the 4 Qs, what the 3 Qs did is that they went up with 58 million, and they're trying to get into 97 million. You go to the diamonds, we take a look at the diamonds. What we have with the diamonds out here, the diamonds went up on 6.7 million. That was versus 14.4 million. So you can see it's going to need a lot more juice to get up and into those levels. You know, coming into the close out here, what you had is that the good old U.S. dollar, folks, okay, what the dollar has done now is this. The dollar rejected these lows once again. About 5 minutes into the close, if you want to know why the Dow sold off a bit, what that was all about, dollar goes higher, euro goes lower, and the Portuguese, which was, you know, it was interesting because the market was waiting for this kind of all day. The parliament in Portugal rejected the government's deficit cutting plan today, and that hit the euro ASAP. As it hit the euro, it put the dollar higher. And, you know, what is interesting about that is that it's going to be, you know, people never want to basically cut back, you know, so we'll see where that shakes out. I suspect it's not much different than the United States either. That's why politicians know they can get elected. They keep feeding the deal, and no one wants to pay the bills. But bottom line is that's coming home to roast in Portugal right here, right now. And that Europe, you can expect that euro is going to be hit all night long. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the gold contract. This is what we had out here with gold today. The gold contract first gets to a price point of $1441.20. We do 118,000 contracts. What that has done now is that you had the 1434, which was the high of the 7th of December. It's over that at 225,000. It banged into it didn't quite get there, but that's what it's trying to do. It's trying to get to the 1445.70, which was the high that was generated on the 7th. We got to 1441.20, which was over the high of the 2nd. The volume's not there either on this. We'll see what it can do. We did 118,000 contracts. That's versus 225 versus 165. Silver. What silver did, silver is over its highs, closed over its highs. It's up $1.10 rather. Silver did 58,000 contracts. That was taken over the 83,000 contract level. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Last night, Adobe had come out with numbers last night, and you know, if you remember, if you were listening last night, they snuck in a little deal about Japan on this second paragraph. And, you know, a couple people bought it and stopped buying that thing at $33.50. Bottom line is that Adobe came into a swing point today. That swing point being $31.53 with 17 million shares traded. That baby got down to $30.76. It's going to be back down there. It was down $1.20. You go over to Cree. You talk about an equity that's getting toasted and roasted, folks. Cree Inc., okay, that's a semiconductor material and electronic device company. That came down 15% today. Monster downdraft. And if you want to see, folks, how equities just go back to the last time they have volume, well, Cree is the number. Huge extension on the way up. You know, you can take your pick on this. Cree is at 42. It's on its way down to 37.96, and you're going to see it sticks out like a sore thumb going all the way back to 1999. We put this on a weekly basis. And what you'll see on a weekly is that this had extended itself right from, it's pretty amazing, from $46.09. It goes up, it hits a high of 83 and just crashes off 83. Now, when you do that, folks, okay, you know, this is coming down on monster volume. This is setting up a pretty intense deal. So bottom line, get out of the way in that baby. After the market, we have Micron Technology. Micron closed at $10.61. That's trading out at $11 right now. Let's see what they're saying. Micron is saying that they're going to, they're going to do, their margins are, it's interesting. Yeah, hey, listen, they're trading it up, but their margins are actually down. Their gross margin is 19% versus 23% in the first quarter. Their non-flash products fell 7%. Their flash products rose 8%. The DRAM products fell 6%. And the revenue is $2.3 billion. Bottom line, that the market likes it, whatever it is. What you do have, it's not going to be enough to do anything for the equity, because the equity had a high out there of 1189, no volume, and it's in a consolidation. What it did, it came down to 965. Has the volume at 965, getting a small pop up here. Now, when you get something like this is a good-looking chart, folks, but this is what it is. The last time it had any volume goes back to 945. Well, not really. No, it's actually where it's been trading. 1033. So what you have here is that you just have a consolidation. That's what that is. So if you're looking for it, you want to buy it at the bottom end of that consolidation. Let's go to Donnie in Clearwater. Hey, Donnie, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
Yeah, for the most part.
That's good.
Got one trade that's gone against me, and I'm wondering, I'd like to get your opinion on it.
And, okay, so you want to take a look at Caterpillar.
Yeah.
The low is 54. The high is 107. They pay a 1.5% dividend. So, are you short this?
I'm short from 101, and it got away from me. Obviously, I should have bailed out, but I'm still in it, so I'm wondering if you think it's going to go higher or if you think it will dip a little bit.
Yeah, this can go higher in a second. Let me pull this back. I mean, this is at highs. First off, what you should just do is this. Okay, you're at 101.76 right now. You need it under 105.86. And where I'm going with that, Donnie, is this, is that the February 18th high, that's the range it has to get into, because if it gets into that range, then you can get the bottom of that range, okay? What you want to do is this. You absolutely have to put a stop in this thing.
Absolutely.
So just put it in. And put it in, at this point, it's at 106. Put it in. Let me pull this back a little bit more.
Well, you can see those gappers right there where your cursor is, where it just gapped up and got away from me.
Yeah, well, listen, it's not the end of the world, man.
No, I know.
It will be the end of the world if you don't put a stop in, though. So, and I don't. It will. So, well, we know there's no such thing as the end of the world, but put a stop in, because money's just money. You can always get your money back. 107. Yeah, you can put it on top. Put it on top of 107.68. You already took the heat. You know what I mean? So just pick a number, man, and pick a number you can deal with. Now, your risk reward at this point, since you already have it, this is how you have to set up your risk reward. You already had it, so you're in. So you should figure out what is 1 to 3 reward to risk at 107, let's say 90, right? And that it can come down and test 100.75. That's how you want to set it up.
Okay.
Okay, man.
Thank you.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. We're coming right back, folks.